Yo, what's going on, my VVOGs, my Omi homies, my fellow master collectors, and everybody else on YouTube? It's your bromie, the Gale, back at it again with another VV video. Ooh, welcome back, my VV fam. So, whether you've been on VV for 2 years, 2 months, or 2 days, mistakes are going to happen, for we are human, most of us. But in this video, I just want to highlight a few things that you want to avoid while on the VV app. So without any ado, let's breeze into it. Okay, so one thing that you're gonna want to avoid while participating on the VV app is FOMO, fear of missing out. So Comic-Con San Diego, I say that backwards every time, San Diego Comic-Con just concluded, and the last drop of the event was the Silver Surfer by Marvel. So the drop price was 60 gems, and there were only 6,100 editions. So it was very hyped up, as it was perceived to be the very best drop of the event. And a lot of people hit the drop and a lot of people missed. So after the drop, the prices steadily climbed to the prices that you see on the screen right here, with a 148 floor, and it got as high as about like 160, I think. But in this post, the Gale wrote, "I won't be FOMOing into this one today. I'll probably have to wait till mid-August to get into where I want to. There's no rush though. A lesson I'm finally learning." So on drop days is when the hype is most, right? So right after the drop is when an item is hyped up the most. So as people steadily see the price climb, people think it's going to go to the moon. People think they're going to miss their chance to jump in, and that's when FOMO occurs, fear of missing out. People think that it's going to get too expensive and they won't be able to get in, so they buy at the price that hurts the least, which is usually the floor. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people were buying in at 140, 150, 160 even. And if you've never been on VV before, then it might make sense to do that. But a lot of us veterans understand that if you just wait a little bit, the prices usually come down depending on the item. As you can see, 128 people also agreed. I'm sure a lot of those people have been on VV for a while too, so they know that Silver Surfer was the latest shiny thing, and all eyes were on the Silver Surfer, so that's why the prices kind of went up. It's a cool item. It's a single item set, it's from Marvel, but is it a grail? Is it a blue chip? So I said all that to say, let's take a look at the price today. So if we take a look at the Silver Surfer's price today, we will see that it's at a floor of 114 gems, only 2 days after its initial drop. So nothing else was even dropped during this time. Flippers are going to flip, undercutters are going to undercut, and this is the result of that. Now, like I said, not every item will have these results. Like if you have a partner statue type item, what we might call a grail, then sometimes it makes sense to FOMO in. But you got to look at the item that you're looking at. You got to look at the surrounding circumstances. August is coming up, a whole new month. Amazing Fantasy 15, a very popular comic and a highly anticipated comic, will maybe be dropping in August. But at any rate, a lot of people are expecting it to drop. Therefore, they are choosing to either save their gems or sell items to stack up on gems for that drop. So that could be a couple of factors factoring into why Silver Surfer went down. But more times than not, this is a typical drop result. A price will pump on drop day due to drop hype, what I like to call it, and it will slowly, gradually come back down as people try to sell for a profit or sell for items that they really want. So this is just one example. I think we only need one example. But if you're new to VV, then just be aware of FOMO. And if you've been on VV for a while, try to regulate your emotions, because it doesn't matter how long you've been here, we all can be susceptible to a bit of FOMO here and there. So with that, let's move on to the next thing that you might want to avoid on the Veve app. Another thing that you're gonna want to avoid while on the Veve app is mispricings. One of these things is not like the others, which does not belong. If you look at the floor price, meaning the lowest priced item, this is the Todd McFarlane Batman. Typically these days hovering around 1.8k to 1.9 to 2k gems. But as you can see, Apple Paw Print listed their Todd McFarlane for $18.40. That is a nearly a $2,000 mistake on their part. Now, a reason for this might be rushing for whatever reason, trying to list their item, or messing with the decimal. You know, it could be a decimal off, or just not understanding how to price an item on the Veve app. But this can be a devastating mistake, and something that you're going to want to avoid while you're participating on the Veve app. So let's go into the market and see what it might look like when you list an item. Okay, so we are in the Kripken section, just in case we mess up. But we're going to go to the Chupacabra, and we're going to go to sell an item real quick. So we'll pick an item and sell it, sell in market, sell for buy now price. And let's see. So let's say I wanted to sell this for $1,200. I will put 12,1200. That's 1,200 gems. Now, what some people do is they go 1.2. Let's see, 1.2k. Well, you can't even enter a letter. So maybe people put 1.2 and think that the K is going to come up. That could be a reason why people undercut, or misprice an item. In the case of that Todd, they put what, 18.00, so that's $18. They probably meant 1,800. At which point, don't even type the decimal, just 1800, and it'll show up. But the crazy part is, you have to confirm the details. So if I confirm the details, there's going to be an additional screen that pops up that gives you a second chance to make sure that everything is okay. So you're going to want to look at the fee. If the fee says like $4 here, or 4 cents, like here, let's do this. 1.8, right? Confirm details. If the fee is like 4 cents, that should be your first clue that you might have mislist something, right? So there's almost no excuse to do that, to misprice an item, unless you're drunk or extremely rushing or just not thinking straight. If the fee is 45 cents, something's probably wrong, right? If it's for like a high-end item. So just, take your time and double check and triple check, especially if it's an expensive item. Please triple check your works, because I don't think the buyer is obligated to give it back. A lot of generous people do, but I don't think the buyer is obligated to give their item back. If you mess up a pricing, that's part of the game, right? That's all part of the game. Case in point, this partner statue. Somebody listed a 91 mint for 54 gems. That could be a potential life-changing mistake. Now, I do think this person is trolling the community. I think this may be photoshopped, but at any rate, it serves as an extremely great example as a mistake that will haunt you forever if you make, and the buyer doesn't send it back out of their kindness of their heart. This is something that you do not want to do. So just take the 30 seconds it takes to triple check the price, and everything will be fine. So with that, let's move on to another thing that you might want to avoid while being on the Veve app. Okay, so the third thing that you're going to want to avoid while being on the Veve app is speculation. So if you're on Twitter, Veve Twitter, then you're probably already aware of this, but there's a lot of speculation that goes on in the NFT space as a whole, but 10 times more when it comes to Veve. So a YouTube video was recently made about this Welcome to San Diego poster, and what was speculated was that the artist was unknown. So someone speculated that the artist perhaps may have been the famous artist Banksy. If you're not familiar with Banksy is, then you might want to YouTube him, but all you need to know is that he's a famous artist, and his works go for a lot of money, right? Like a lot of money. So it was speculated that this artist had some clue. There were some clues on this thing that may have led to the artist being Banksy, and a lot of people jumped on this item due to that information. Now, it was disproven by an official member of Veve. The artist was from Marvel, of course. I mean, who would have guessed that, right? But anyway, something that a lot of people do when it comes to NFTs is they buy based off pure speculation. Some people even pay for like extremely expensive items based off of speculation alone without doing their own research. So the thing that you're gonna want to avoid is taking people's word for just taking people's words basically and not doing your research. If you buy something, you're gonna want to verify that the facts are the facts. I know in this NFT space, people like to get an edge. Information is key. You know what I'm saying? Information is one of the most valuable assets when it comes to investing. So as soon as information comes out, people want to jump on it because time is money, especially when it comes to NFTs. So one thing you're just gonna want to avoid is just taking people's words at face value without doing any research of your own. I don't care if it comes from YouTube, if it comes from a celebrity, even if it comes from the Veve team themselves. Look into it. Do a little bit of research before you spend your money on something that you're not sure about. And if you do that, you'll save yourself a lot of pain and heartache potentially in the future. But like I said, not all speculation is bad, but just if it comes to you buying something that you probably don't even like in the first place or can't afford, definitely take the time to do a little research. You'll save yourself money, for the most part. So with that being said, let us move on. And that's the video, my friends. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you learned something or enjoyed the content, feel free to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing for more Veve content like this. So yeah, man, 3 things out of many pitfalls that need to be avoided when it comes to being successful on the Veve app. We are all going to make mistakes. It's just going to happen. Nobody's perfect. And yeah, the more mistakes that we can avoid, the more successful we will be. I think that's how it works, right? So with that being said, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say ever is financial advice because I am learning just like you guys. Let me say that again. Nothing I say ever is financial advice because I am learning just like you guys. I am just your friendly neighborhood genius. Sharing his thoughts and opinions on this awesome project, company, platform known as Veve. So take everything that I say with a grain of salt because things could change. And with that, thank you again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Until then, peace out and huddle strong, and remember to be like water, stay liquid. Later.